This is a SnapEd New York video presentation.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for another episode of Ask the Experts Nutrition Edition. My name is Lisbeth Irish and I will be your host today. I'm a registered dietitian with the New York State Office for the Aging and program manager for our agency's Older Adult SnapEd program. We refer to our agency as NYSOFA because saying the New York State Office for the Aging is, well, just a lot to say. So if you hear me refer to NYSOFA, I'm referring to our agency. I have Erin Willis with me today. Erin is an integrative nutritionist, health coach, and SnapEd educator with the Schuyler region of NYSOFA's SnapEd program for older adults. The region also includes Chemung and Steuben counties as well. Erin joined our SnapEd team recently and has already implemented quite a few programs in her region. She's been interviewed by a local television station and has a regular guest segment on a local program for older adults. Welcome, Erin.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your education and experience?
Yes, I'd love to. So I got my Bachelor's of Science degree in dietetics in San Francisco in 2014. Since then, I've been working in the nutrition field as a health coach. I got certified as an integrative nutritionist as well. I have had clients from ages 4 to quite literally 94 in one-on-one consulting and also as a cooking instructor for kids. And now I'm with the over in New York with Office for the Aging.
Thank you, Erin. In addition to that, I understand you have some personal experience that makes you uniquely qualified to be a nutrition educator for SnapEd. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, absolutely. So for a few years, I was a single mom, and I could not honestly afford to I thought I couldn't afford to put healthy foods on the dinner table for my kids. And with this knowledge I have, it was really upsetting me not being able to budget properly for wholesome foods. So when I was out here in Montour Falls, actually, a lady told me about SnapEd and SNAP benefits. So I immediately applied, and it changed the course of our really our lives. We got to enjoy healthy, local, wholesome foods. And then when this position opened right in town for me, it just pulled at my heart to pursue it. I have a real passion for SNAP.
Thank you, Erin. That was very interesting. And you do bring a lot to the program.
Thank you.
Erin, when we plan and shop for our meals, it can be hard to end up with foods that are both healthy and affordable. What are 3 ways you help older adults with planning and shopping for healthy meals and snacks on a limited budget?
Oh, great question. And you touched on it in the question is you really do need to plan ahead. So what this could look like is making a list. We have one of these that we give out in the class. It's a grocery list that has, the fruits, grains, vegetables, protein. So it has all the food groups. And when you assess what you have in your kitchen, your pantry, your fridge, what you already have on hand, you can fill in the blank. That way, instead of guessing when you're already at the grocery store with the added stress of being there in the moment and not really sure what to get. So those costs you can help cut those costs by planning ahead using what you already have. Another tip that I have is really considering ditching those convenient costs. So that's prepackaged meals, maybe frozen dinners versus dinners that you make by scratch. It takes a little more prep work, but it really stretches your dollar in that case, because anything that's kind of done for you is going to be a little more expensive than you doing it yourself. One other thing is buying low-cost produce and low-cost proteins. So that protein could look like beans, legumes, nuts, and so on. And so you're varying your protein versus just getting meat or whatever you're used to getting. And another one is getting foods like cabbage, sweet potatoes, even carrots, and going seasonal is actually a big one. And this isn't for everybody's case. It really depends on where you live. But oftentimes seasonal produce is less expensive than at the store. One other tip that has helped me personally significantly, and I tell my students all the time, is go to the food pantries that are offered to you in your local community and supplement what you get with that with your SNAP benefits or your budget at the stores. And that can help save a significant amount of money.
Great. I understand that you recently distributed container garden kits in all the 3 counties of your SNAP Ed program region. Can you tell me more about what you did and the purpose of the container gardens?
Oh, of course. Yeah. So oh gosh, I jumped into that right when I started, and I'm so glad it was my first project because who doesn't love a garden kit? So I got to my goal. I set a goal for 250 kits for the 3 counties. And I just dove in, got to work, and I really got to know the community members. And it was through gardening. So what I did is set up little kits to where you can purchase seeds with your SNAP benefits, and you already have your entire indoor or patio container garden. So I supplied a first round of sage, purple basil, and thyme. Those are great culinary herbs to use. And I got a lot of good feedback. One woman, she called me just last week. The container garden's about this big. Her sage was about this big. And it all started from a seed. So I just thought that was such a blast. And we're going to be doing it again in the springtime. All you have to do is call your Office for the Aging, and you can reserve one for yourself.
That sounds like a great way to make your meals lower in sodium too, using herbs instead of added salt in some of the salted herbs.
That's part of the classes that I would teach with the garden demo, is all the spices and the herbs that you can use in your foods versus just relying on salt to enhance the flavor. So that's always a really exciting portion of it.
Sounds wonderful. I know some of our nutrition educators in other regions have coordinated the container garden distributions along with the distribution of coupons for the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program. Adults 60 years and older who meet the income guidelines for the program are given coupons to use at some of the farmers markets to purchase fruits and vegetables. And this program starts in July in New York State and runs through November 30th, so it's in full swing right now. The last day to request coupons every year is September 30th. So to find out more, you can contact your county's Office for the Aging. We usually recommend you call sometime in June to find out when the distributions are occurring. Let's go to some questions some of the nutrition educators with SNAP Ed have gotten from older adults in their programs about budgeting for adding more fruits and vegetables to their diets. The first one we had, you kind of talked about a little, but this person wanted to know, are frozen or canned fruits and vegetables good to use if I have a hard time cutting up fresh ones with the arthritis in my hands?
Oh, the answer is absolutely. They are a very good option just to make sure that you get those fruits and vegetables into your daily diet. And now just a couple tips there is you want to look at, say it's your fruit. You want to make sure that fruit is canned or packaged in 100% fruit juice. And for your vegetables, you want to make sure that it's not canned with sodium. So no salt is sometimes on the label as well.
And sometimes you can rinse those vegetables, yes, right, and remove some of the sodium if you absolutely can't find, a canned vegetable that's lower sodium or no added salt.
Yeah, we just went over that in our last class. We made the peach salsa, which is one of our recipes that we teach. And we went over that. You just put in a strainer and you gently rinse it before you add them to your recipes, just to make sure.
And another question we had is, a bit related. It said, can I use canned beans instead of dried beans that require cooking? You mentioned a little bit about that in one of your recommendations. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes. So that one I get a lot, and it's honestly something I do. I like to stock up canned beans because they're so simple and effective, or efficient, I should say. And it's you still get in that protein and fiber that you need. So again, what I always recommend, and this is what I do myself, unless I'm maybe making a chili, is I throw those beans into a strainer and just gently rinse them with cold water, just to make sure that they're good and don't have additives or salt still in the residue.
Another question we had said, what one fruit and vegetable would you recommend buying if your budget is very limited?
Oh, yes. Okay. So my number one would be definitely, for my vegetable, it would be sweet potato, or red cabbage is another nutrient dense, inexpensive food. For fruit, I'm giving 2 each, so might as well. So bananas, a great option. And then if you don't like bananas, apples. Apples are a great healthy option at a low cost.
Yeah, I think bananas and the sweet potatoes are very high in potassium.
Yes.
I don't think most people think of sweet potatoes as being a source of vitamin E and vitamin C, but they are.
Yeah.
Each fruit or vegetable brings its own special attributes or characteristics to your diet.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talk about varying our vegetables and our whole fruits, and really focusing on eating the rainbow, if you will.
And here's a question. I think I'm going to answer this question. What if I have no money left at the end of the month for food? What can I do? You can call New York Connects at 800-342-9871, and they'll connect you to your county's Office for the Aging. The local office can tell you where any adult 60 years and older can find community meals Monday through Friday. The meals are nutritionally balanced, and you only pay what you can. And the office can also provide you with a list of local food pantries in your area. We're just about out of time, and I want to thank Erin for her time and expertise. Erin always has such great information to share. Thank you, Erin.
Oh, thank you, Lisbeth.
For more nutrition information, be sure to check out snapedny.org. It has wonderful tips and recipes. SNAP-Ed programming provides free education for those who are eligible for SNAP or currently receive SNAP benefits. To find out if SNAP-Ed programs like the one in Erin's region are available in your area, call New York Connects at 800-342-9871. You can also find out more on the SNAP-Ed page of NYSOFA's website and at snapedny.org. We know the healthy choice isn't always the easiest choice, but small changes can make a big difference. We want to help you save time, save money, and eat healthy. Learn how SNAP-Ed can make a difference in your life. This episode of Ask the Experts is funded by the United States Department of Agriculture, which is an equal opportunity provider. And one final note, be sure to watch a new episode of What's Cooking with NYSOFA, premiering the last Friday of the month at 12:30. Wendy Beckman, one of my colleagues at the New York State Office for the Aging and a registered dietitian, will be demonstrating how you can make delicious, healthy, home-cooked meals that won't break the bank. Thanks for watching. Join us next time for a new episode of Ask the Experts Nutrition Edition. New episodes premiere the second Friday of each month at 1 p.m. on the NYSOFA Facebook and YouTube page.
Thank you for joining us today. We know the healthy choice isn't always the easiest choice, but small changes can make a big difference. Start today by getting involved with SNAP-Ed New York. This program is free for those who qualify or receive SNAP benefits. We want to help you save time, save money, and eat healthy. Learn how SNAP-Ed can make a difference in your life. For more information and to find your local program, visit snapedny.org. This material was funded by USDA's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. This institution is an equal opportunity provider.